Good, we're ready. Yesterday was a big day for Evita. She, up till yesterday, she had a difficult time with tummy time. And whenever we'd put her on her tummy, she would usually start to panic, and she didn't like to just relax. She had a hard time lifting up her head. She would just lift up her legs. And yesterday, all of a sudden, she just decided, all right, I'm gonna do it myself. And she started rolling over. So I think she'll do it. She's been doing it all day. Basically, every time you put her on her back, she'll roll over onto her tummy. And yesterday, she even rolled over in the afternoon and fell asleep for like an hour and a half. So, you gonna roll over? Eva, roll over for the English channel. There you go. She lifts up her legs and propels herself, so she makes it so her legs fall over. And also before this, she had a hard time, like I said, lifting up her head, and now she does. Sometimes her arm gets stuck underneath her body, but she'll wiggle it out eventually. Awesome. Such a cutie. And another awesome piece of news is that yesterday I found a tooth coming out. A little bit to the right in the lower, a lower tooth. And you can see this little white nub. You're so cute. You're so smart. Can you follow me over here? There you go. Beautiful. I love you so much. I love you so much. Your arm's stuck. Get your arm out of there. Now, we haven't really shown you the apartment, and we've changed a couple things. Let's start from the beginning. We arrived here yesterday. This is the entryway, of course. Now, this bed is really jank, so strange. We were really wondering, why is it so freaking uncomfortable? And I lifted up the mattress and realized that it's a mess. I don't know. I just don't get it. It is what it is. But that's one of the reasons that we moved the mattress to the living room. There's a balcony here. That's a maternity hospital over there. So that's where women give birth. There's an old TV here. And let's see. Kitchen. Got pretty much everything we need. This apartment, we weren't finding good options on Airbnb, so we were on this local website, kind of like Craigslist. Our friends helped us find it, and this is definitely not the best option, but not bad. And we got it really last minute. So there's a toilet, and this doesn't even have a lid. I don't really understand. The knob is broken off the door here. It costs about $23 a night, and then you have this here, which may sound kind of cheap, but there definitely are cheaper options in some places. The TV is actually pretty nice, so that's probably the biggest plus. These two chairs were sort of over there, but I've just set them up to see the TV better. This one is actually broken, so it's kind of like you sit diagonally if you're sitting in this chair. And I moved the mattress in here because the bed sucks and because the AC is here. And even though it's on 16 degrees, you can only feel it like within a couple meters of the actual unit. So it's much nicer in here though. We slept one night on the bed and one night in here, and it's much better. And there's lots of sand. It's a really windy city, it seems like. We're gonna go out and explore a little bit more right now. But mountains over there, and yeah. And the sea is somewhere over there, I think, but it's you can't really see. You can't see the sea. A wonderful couple, a wonderful family helped us out here. They're our subscribers, and I will show them right here. When they were here in the apartment, we filmed them a little bit in Russian. And then last night we went to their place, and my battery ran out. Usually we take an extra battery with us, but yesterday I guess we just didn't think of it, and we couldn't really film that much, but we filmed the table a little bit, so I'll show it right now. Very interesting food. There was, I think, mutton, beef, chicken. They don't eat pork because they're Muslim. And yeah, mostly everything was really salty. One interesting thing is that we had, I guess you would call it mutton tail. And we didn't realize that they have tails, but some of the breeds of, it's lamb, right? Is that right? Lamb, mutton chop, lamb. I think it's lamb. some of them have these big tails, and it's really like fatty and I don't know, interesting, very interesting. But they definitely have their own cultures here, their own cuisine. And tomorrow we are going to a Dagestani, I guess, wedding. So the youngest brother of Rizvan, the husband of Elvira, the couple that I just showed you, is getting married tomorrow, and we're gonna be there. And they said that it's gonna, there'll be like 500 people there. And they said also that that's like not a lot, that some weddings here have like 1,000, so very interesting. We met some of the relatives last night as they were arriving from different cities, and we're gonna go for a little walk now, and then we're gonna come back and sleep before the wedding. In 2 days we are going back to Moscow. We are out for our walk. This is called, I don't even know how you would say it in English, but it's Lenin Komsomol Park. I don't know if you say Komsomol. Anyway, yeah, this is it's a pretty big park, and it's nice as opposed to Derbent, where there were not so many trees. There were some, but they were kind of small. There's a nice like forest basically here in this park, and it's pretty big. So I'm sure in the daytime it's really nice to get out of the sun. It's, even though there's quite a few trees here, it is still fairly windy. You can see the, I don't know, maybe you can't really see it, but the leaves are really moving up there. Here's another part of the park, a little bit more open. Some beautiful flowers, fountain, lots and lots of people. There's some war monuments here. This is the Eternal Flame, and there's a statue here for soldiers who died in the Second World War. Almost every city in Russia has an Eternal Flame. We're just wandering around the center, looking at the map. This is the Dagestan State University. Nice. Oh, looks like there's some bicycles maybe for rent there. Yeah, it looks like it. And you know, guys, that in Georgia and Azerbaijan, here in Dagestan, you can smell this really like strong perfume on women. And yeah, you can find like pretty much this small store like perfume from Dubai. So it's really nice, but for me it's pretty strong. Yeah. Here you can see also foreign chains like Subway. KFC. Ah, KFC. Here's another little statue, I guess. Something about protecting the children. It's gotten dark, as you can see. Here's another statue. Russians seem to really like statues, or maybe they're Soviet statues, but I don't really know how to explain. There's something about a revolution. I think these people were all killed for something. Yeah, something about underground revolution. And here is the Dom Druzhba. It's like the house of friendship, and a nice little fountain. The clips that you're about to see are from a Dagestani wedding. So Rizvan's youngest brother got married today, and it was very wonderful. Вот Эльвира, дочки, Ризван. Очень много людей здесь.
Какие мы улыбающиеся, какие мы гостеприимные.
Спасибо большое. Меня зовут Джон, я из Канады. Это моя жена Ева из Москвы.
Вот спасибо вам большое и долгой счастливой жизни вам.
We're now home from the wedding, and I must say it was a very cool experience. I mean, it's such a strong culture. I don't completely understand because Dagestan is a republic, but as far as I understand, it's not really a culture. It's there are many different peoples that live in this republic, but they all seem to get along okay, and yeah, they all have their own strong cultures. So I think that the bride was from one culture and the groom was from another culture. Evita's looking at me right now. She's supposed to be eating and she loves me. Anyway, just really cool to see these different cultures with their own dances, with their own food, and with their own language. Really, really fun experience, and just to be immersed in it, and not only to get a chance to see it, but also to be like special guests. We attracted lots of attention. One guy came up to us at the end. He's like, "Hey, can we talk? You know, sit down and talk a bit." We've never even met anybody from Moscow, let alone from Canada, and so it was really nice to. I mean, to have that sort of attention to us, and everybody was really happy to see us, and they were trying to give us like extra special treatment because we were foreign guests, I guess. We're about to leave, and we're on our way to the airport. This is our taxi. We're in the airport in Makhachkala, and this is our gate. I think this is pretty much all there is. There's a little fast food place out before you pass through security. And a little cafe. We had a little bit to eat, and we're about to go. I think that may be the only runway here. There's our plane. We're off to Moscow. Off to Moscow. We're here. This is one of the 4 airports in Moscow. Vnukovo. Now we get on a bus. We're in Moscow. This is actually my first domestic flight in Russia ever, even though I've spent a lot of time in Russia. So it was kind of unique that we didn't have to show our passports to anybody. We just left.
First flight for her.
And it was Evita's first flight. She did a very good job. She cried a bit when we took off. And eventually we calmed her down. She fell asleep, and she slept pretty much, I would say, almost 2 hours. An hour and a half for sure.